A very good afternoon and welcome to Euro 2024 live on LFS as day 4 of the European Championships gets underway. We've already seen one game already from Group E this afternoon, and we're watching the other game from Group E as Belgium, number 3 in the world, take on Slovakia, number 48 in the world. Belgium pipped as one of the biggest and one of the best sides in Europe by FIFA, but they've never won a major competition. Could this be their time? They've got a mad amount of quality in the side, and we'll see. They're not being one of the ones being talked about that could get to a major final, but they will certainly have belief heading into this one as the anthem's underway in the Frankfurt arena, and these two sides meet to get their groups underway. It'll be the first time they've met in over a decade, and both looking to make a positive start to Euro 2024 after Romania's big win earlier this afternoon, an unexpected win against Ukraine, a 3-0 victory for Romania earlier in this group. Goals from Nicolae Stanciu, Razvan Marin and Denis Draguș got them the 3 goals, Romania. Only their second major win in a European Championships finals, and their only previous win was in Euro 2000 against England. And they went on to get to the knockouts in that competition, and they failed to get to the knockouts in any other previous edition. Romania, Ukraine, not off to a great start, but they lost their opening game of Euro 2020 and ended up in the quarter-finals. So we will see if they can repeat that. But it's Belgium against Slovakia here in Frankfurt to respond to that earlier result. And let's have a look at today's teams. And the Belgium manager, Domenico Tedesco, starts with Koen Castells in goal. A back 4 of Timothy Castagne, Wout Faes, Zeno De Bast and Yannick Carrasco in defence. Oral Mangala and Amadou Onana start in midfield in that defensive midfield role, with more attacking Kevin De Bruyne captaining the side, Jeremy Doku off the left, Leandro Trossard off the right, and Romelu Lukaku leading the line. On the bench for Belgium, Kaminski, Sels, Theat, Vertonghen, Witsel, De Kuyper, Tillemans, Franks, Vermeeren, Lukebakio, De Ketelara, Bakayoko and Openda. Only 13 Belgian players on the bench. For Slovakia, they start with Martin Dubravka in goal, the Newcastle goalkeeper. Peter Pekarik, Denis Vavro, Milan Skriniar are the captain, and David Hanko make up the back 4. Stanislav Lobotka, Juraj Kuška and Andrzej Duda make up the midfield 3, with a front 3 of Ivan Schranz, Lucas Harislin and Robert Bozanic leading the line. On the bench for Slovakia is Rodak, Ravas, Obert, Jomber, Demarco, Costa, Rigo, Suslo, Benez, Hiroshki, Bero, Tupta, Strelic, Durish and Sauer. It is Belgium against Slovakia, their Group E game getting underway. Match day 1 is soon coming to a close. Which one of these teams will get off to a really good start? Kick-off in Frankfurt between Belgium and Slovakia is next. Good afternoon, welcome to Frankfurt for our first game of the day, the second game of the day. Rare that we've said that. This afternoon has already seen one group game in Group E. We'll show you the table as well at half time to see how these rack. But of course, Romania top of the group, Ukraine bottom of the group, and Belgium and Slovakia sandwiched in the middle before they kick off here this afternoon in Frankfurt. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already. You do not want to miss a single thing of Euro 2024 here. Over 40 games live on LFS over the next 3.5 weeks. So we're almost ready to get underway. Belgium in their traditional red and black home strip, and Slovakia in all white this afternoon, and they will be getting us underway in Frankfurt as Belgium get another international tournament underway. They've never got past the quarterfinals in the last few editions of an international tournament, but they want to make the difference. They've got the quality. It's whether they can do the business and get to that point in an international tournament. That's always been the question, and they've never shown much evidence in doing so. But early pressure there from Belgium, forcing Skriniar to put it out for a Belgium throw. And we'd like to see what Slovakia can do in terms of combating Belgium. We know Belgium's quality, we know a lot of their players, we know the quality that a lot of their players have. Belgium are slightly more kind of under the radar in a moment, and a lot of people predicting them not to get out of this group, with maybe the likes of Belgium and Ukraine possibly the top two predicted, but Romania might have just put a spanner in the works with that game earlier this afternoon for Ukraine, and making it even more difficult for Ukraine to get out of this group. But that will be the interesting thing to see. We haven't seen many upsets in the early stages. Actually, the only upset probably could be that Romania-Ukraine game, considering Romania's record in European Championship finals. Haven't seen one of the big teams falter just yet. All getting off to a very good start. Denmark probably the only side really that could be categorised as a big team that didn't win their opening game of Euro 2024. We still get to see France a little later on. They get Group D underway with them against Austria, and then Portugal tomorrow as well. Two big sides still to come in the fixtures on match day 1 over the next 2 days. So we'll see if the majority of the big teams can remain unscathed after on match day, as that's a nice run by Doku. He's on the right hand side. Doku breaking forward, gets into the box. Doku squares it across, and Romelu Lukaku's shot is right down the throat of Martin Dubravka. Good opportunity early doors, bursting pace from Jeremy Doku down that right hand side, skips past the challenge of David Hanko, then skips past Lobotka on the way through, gets into the box, squares it across for De Bruyne, stretching, gets the pass, and then Lukaku stretches out for it to try and force it past Dubravka, but the Slovakian keeper got really well in the way of that one to deny the Belgian number 10 an opener inside a few minutes. That bursting pace from Jeremy Doku, sometimes indefensible. As that ball to find Trossard, just bounces out. Good defending out there by Pekarik. And Belgium give away that throw in. And that'll be an early warning sign for Slovakia. They did push up the pitch a bit there, and they were caught out when Doku won the possession and they had the space to break. But it's finding that balance. Here's Bozanic. Now Schranz has to go back to Vavro. And now Milan Skriniar, a well-known name in world football. A Paris Saint-Germain man. Joined PSG on a free last summer. Did Milan Skriniar after 6 years with Inter Milan. Spent the majority of his career in Italy with Sampdoria and Inter before joining PSG last summer. The experienced defender Milan Skriniar, still only 29, will be one of the leaders of this team. That's why he holds the armband of the Slovakian side. Vavro, down the line it goes, flicked on by Schranz, but none of his teammates in the vicinity, and Wout Fast can just pass it right back to his keeper, Koen Castells, to deal with. Well, both of these teams are making their third successive Euros appearance. Belgium have reached the last 8 at both Euro 2016 and Euro 2020. Slovakia made it to the round of 16 in the 2016 tournament, but were eliminated in the group stage at the 2020 finals as Lukaku was running through, and now Trossard keeps it alive. Trossard, and Dubravka does well to get back. Just as I was talking about their appearances, Belgium broke free again. Lukaku with that shot, that opportunity to try and catch out Dubravka. He almost succeeded in that case, but 2 early scary moments. That Slovakian defence, and Belgium letting him off the hook. Already seen a lack of clinical finishing hampering some sides early in the campaign, most notably Denmark, who dropped points. It's crucial that Belgium, with the quality they have and the goal scoring threat that they have, that they do finish clinically and don't waste major opportunities. Getting off to a good start is exactly what anybody wants, although that's a mistake at the back of the shot. Big save, the second one is in. And Schranz has given Slovakia the lead. Wow, terrible defending from Belgium, and they've been snatched by Slovakia. And Ivan Schranz, the goal scorer. Calamitous defending at the back from Belgium. And Slovakia take the lead with their first opportunity of the game. It's from a Belgium throw-in. And it's trying to see who it was. It was actually Doku. Very far deep in his own half. And he tries to play it infield. Too much for Fass. De Bast has nowhere to... can't get anywhere near it. Terrible. Both centre-backs for Belgium unsided. The shot comes in. Saved by Castells, and then the second one bounces out to Schranz from a narrow angle. It's a really lovely finish into the far side netting. That's a lovely finish by Schranz. But again, a mistake by Belgium at the back, and all of their own doing. Calamitous. They were having a quick check of offside there, VAR, but that was quickly eradicated, and the goal will stand. And it's just after Belgium had a positive start in the game. They were the better side early doors, having a few good moments up front, but Slovakia, they take the lead. All the talk about not taking your chances, and although it is so early in the game, we've seen big sides go down early and come back to win, most notably Italy, Netherlands as well. But this could be a real kind of kick in the teeth for this Belgium team. Certainly didn't need that as a starting point. Here's Dubravka. Right to Skriniar. Trying to help his side forward. Lobotka. Down the left finds Hanko. And they're playing nice football here. Slovakia as they come forward again. Down the left hand side. But Harris-Schlin just run out of room there. And well marshalled by Timothy Castagna at the back there. And the ball runs for a Belgium goal kick. But again, really nice approach play there from Slovakia. Really good for Milan Skriniar to break into space and find the ball down the left-hand side. 1-2 touch football to get Harris-Schlin on the chase, and just unfortunately for Slovakia, they run out of room on that one. Here's Trossard for Belgium. A lot of space to switch it out to Doku. Here's Jeremy Doku making that diagonal run in field. Skips past his man at the back and blocked off there as the clearance made by Skriniar. It was Hanko there that was in the challenge with Doku, and I think the referee's given a free kick here as Andrei Duda fouled, so will be a free kick to Slovakia. And that's one other thing that Slovakia do need to be wary of. They know that Belgium have the pace in the side. It's all about getting bodies back into shape and into position very quickly and swiftly to make sure that they aren't overrun and exploited at the back. And Slovakia will get the throw in, to the disapproval of Yannick Carrasco there. It was a challenge in there by De Bast. And it's actually going to be a free kick. Looked like he was going to give the throw in there, the referee, but has given the free kick. Juraj Kuška is the one that won the free kick for that challenge with Zeno De Bast. A chance for Slovakia to whip a ball in to a dangerous area here with a 1-goal lead. And Belgium currently at the moment having to hold on. Duda with a delivery, flicked on at the front post, headed across goal, but Belgium had a lot of bodies in the middle to get it away, as they will just look to recycle possession now, all the way back with their keeper. And we just look again and again at this terrible piece of defending, and they were checking for a possible offside. We're just seeing that offside decision, and Schranz got himself back onside just in time. It was Wout Fast was the last man, and he was onside by a yard or two. There, here's Kevin De Bruyne with an absolutely wonderful ball out, but Jeremy Doku wasn't catching that. It looks so kind of, I mean, there's not a better word for it than effortless. It just looked scintillating, just pinging it out with no real effort whatsoever from Kevin De Bruyne there. It looks so easy. Player of his quality, it just looks, he makes football look easy, and passes like that look so easy. That's good challenging by Wout Fast, breaking down the right, linking up well with Lukaku. Doku into midfield with Onana, Mangala, Onana, good passing, Carrasco to Amadou Onana, finds Kevin De Bruyne through the lines, and that's going to be a late challenge there by Peter Pekarik, and it will be a free kick to Belgium. Slightly late on Kevin De Bruyne there, and it is a free kick. The referee this afternoon is Halil Umut Meler from Turkey. He's already given a couple of free kicks so far, as Kevin De Bruyne takes this one. Right-footed delivery into the box, back post, and all the way through. There was two Slovakian players on the floor there as the ball came flying in. He's trying to target that back post, and Onana and Lukaku were the closest, but it did sail over both of their heads and went behind for the goal kick. De Bruyne, of course, holds the captain's armband for Belgium, as expected, of course. One of the most experienced, and would struggle to argue he's one of their best players. Only few Belgian players have made more appearances than him in this squad. There's only 3 players that have made, other than Kevin De Bruyne, that have made over 100 appearances in this squad for Belgium. Jan Vertonghen, Axel Witsel and Romelu Lukaku. Only 2 players that with over 100 appearances are on the pitch, and that is De Bruyne and Lukaku. De Bruyne with 101 previous appearances for Belgium. Certainly has that vast amount of experience for his country. 27 goals as well Kevin De Bruyne scored at the international stage for Belgium. It's a nice ball in behind by Hansko, but again too much for Harislin to chase, and it will fall all the way through to Castells in the Belgian goal. Belgium really haven't got the rhythm so far. Haven't really seen them play much football as of yet. The majority of their opportunities, other than the first 2 minutes, have come from set pieces. It's all about gaining a bit of possession in the game. I see Slovakia have had the majority of the early possession, over 50% of it. That's a lovely spin by De Bruyne. Now finds Doku on the right hand side. Bodies flooding forward. Doku time and space. Trying to chop inside. Doku with a shot. Headed away by Skriniar there. Used his head and used it well. Put it out for the throw in. Again, that bursting pace from Doku causing problems. It was an interesting kind of bit of tactical brainwork analysis to go on before the match when the team news did come out as to whether Doku would play off the left or the right. We've seen Doku play off the right for Manchester City in the previous season, and that's why I thought he would play off the right and Trossard off the left, because Trossard really hasn't played off the right for Arsenal, more than exclusively off the left. Here he is, Leandro Trossard. De Bruyne looking for the 1-2, and Trossard was nearly there. But a really good kind of sliding challenge there from Pekarik, and it headed off Trossard last. It will be a goal kick. Lovely threaded through ball by De Bruyne. Trossard making that run in behind, but that is a fantastic bit of defending from Peter Pekarik. The slide back and to hit the ball off the Belgian attacker to get the goal kick is very experienced and very smart play. Peter Pekarik, who's one of the most experienced Slovakian players. He is the most capped Slovakian player, in the squad. 127 appearances for Belgium or Slovakia. It's because I've been talking so much about Belgium early doors here. 127 appearances for Slovakia. At 37 years old, the Slovakian right back. It's going to be an issue here for Amadou Onana. Might receive a bit of treatment here. A bit of a collision with Andre Duda a moment or two ago. Seen him upended and kind of fell slightly awkwardly, but just needed a bit of a breather there. Didn't receive any treatment, Onana. He's back to his feet. To be one of those ones where he might have landed awkwardly. It's more of an impact issue than anything. Fass. Not a great touch by Castagna there, which sees that go out for a throw. See that there, yeah. Good defending. Hold off Castagna there. As Dubravka's come far out and wanted to go for that long one, but go all the way through to his opposite number. Koen Castells in the opposite goal. Well, Ivan Schranz, the goal scorer, number 26, that's his 4th international goal in 23 appearances. The Slavia Prague forward. That gives Slovakia the lead, and they've played the ball forward there again, Slovakia, and Fass has to knock it behind for the corner. Have to say, Belgium, despite having probably the better players on paper, it's Slovakia that are having the better of it in terms of the football. Belgium haven't really had much sustained possession in the early moments, and that is certainly a massive advantage for Slovakia. They have a corner on the right hand side. Harishlin will take. His body's in the box. Right footed delivery in, and good header by Fass to clear it away, as it was an on-running Slovakian player that was looking to head it. Fass got there ahead of him. Slovakia recycle, chip ball in behind. Well, hooked away there by Timothy Castagna. Out for the throw in. And Skib will take this one. Trying to link up down that left hand side. We'll go out for a Belgium throw that time. Lots of bodies in and around that area. It's almost definitely the perfect start for the Slovaks. Certainly exactly what they would have dreamt of. Belgium would have probably prepared for being behind, although they would have been on paper favourites, but if you can't deal with being behind, oh, that's terrible from Dubravka and De Bruyne! That's a good opportunity. Trossard with a shot, actually. Dubravka, terrible. They're just passing it out from the back, and Dubravka just tries to go long, I'm guessing, and he decides at the last second, he knows there's a press coming, and tries to just get it away from De Bruyne, and it just falls to Trossard, and he goes for the shot first time, but completely rockets it over the bar. Far too much height behind that one from Trossard. All he had to do was hit it a bit lower, and it would have found the empty net. Another chance gone a-begging for Belgium when they were almost gifted that opportunity. There's a Slovakian player down here. Trying to see who that is. Yeah, it's Bozanic. It's Bozanic that's the one that's down at the moment after a collision with Amadou Onana. So another stoppage in play. Well, this is the fourth game between Belgium and Slovakia. It's the first competitive meeting between the two teams in history. Just as Dubravka has it at the back there and trying to play it from the back there. Slovakia worked out that time. Well, they have it nicked in midfield. De Bruyne pressing Pekarik. Two very experienced players. And a bit of a push there from De Bruyne. He claims his innocence that there was nothing, but the referee disagrees, and Peter Pekarik wins his side a free kick. Very kind of determined to play out from the back here, Slovakia. That's a lovely turn away from Castagna, but the ball in behind, no one was running for it. And the possession handed back to Belgium. Fas. Castagna. So Doku tries to make the touch in field, but Slovakia have that one covered over. Kushka. Back to Vavro. Down the right hand side is Pekarik. Lovely 1-2 give and go. Here's Pekarik down the right hand side. Squares it across, and the deflection helps it out. And the shot took another deflection, which will allow Carrasco to clear. But Slovakia certainly determined in their football. And they know their combinations very well. And they're playing them quite beautifully so far. Certainly know how to find a way in and around this Belgium team. 23 minutes gone. Belgium 0, Slovakia 1 here in Frankfurt. The Red Devils not off to the perfect start in this one. Dubravka. Chips the ball forward, looking for Bozanic. Again, headed away. Well dealt with by Fas, brought down by De Bruyne. Now Trossard, more central. Trying to play it forward, but crowded out there is Leandro Trossard. As Bozanic tried to protect the ball and ended up giving it away. Felt it was fouled, but the referee let that one go. So it comes back here with De Bast. Castells. Well, out of their 3 previous meetings in non-competitive games, there was late drama in the most recent of those matches in Bruges in February 2013. That's how long ago they last met. 11 years ago. Eden Hazard's 10th minute penalty could have gave Belgium victory, but Slovakia substitute Richard Lasik levelled 2 minutes before full time. But Belgium made it their turn, and they scored a late goal from Dries Mertens to secure a 2-1 victory in that one. So late drama on their last meeting. Would there be late drama in this one? A long way to go in that one. And there was an early goal in that game. There's been an early goal in this one as well. But it is the first meeting between the two sides, whether they be as previously known Czechoslovakia or just Slovakia now. They've never met any UEFA Euros in history, either of the two sides. That's a good bit of defending there at the back from David Hansko. Sorry. Got on a round of applause from the fans there, the Slovakian fans, which there is quite a lot of white inside this stadium. It's a good mix. And interestingly, both sides are kind of defending their fans in this first half. So they'll be attacking their own fans in the second half, these two teams. Well, the majority of their fans. Here's Carrasco. To Mangala. De Bast. In between the lines. Belgium's starting to get a bit of momentum as Carrasco plays it in behind. Looking for Trossard, but again, very closely marked. And very well marshalled by Juraj Kuška that time. And won the throw-in for Slovakia. Very impressive in those duels so far. Those in white. From their own throw-in, they absolutely hoofed that one. But straight out for a Belgium throw in their own half. De Bast. Back to Wout Faes. He's quick to head back to his keeper as he's under press. Under a press. Well, since co-hosting the competition in 2000, Belgium with the Netherlands, they didn't feature in the tournament until 2016. And it's now their third successive Euro appearance, so we're hoping to continue that record and maybe go one better than what they did on the last two occasions, getting to the quarter-final stages and exiting on both of those occasions. Trossard there. Feeling the harshness of that challenge, winning the free kick. Belgium, I'd say, will be still calm, you know, knowing they've gone 1-0 down so early and the fact that they really haven't got going in the first 20 minutes or so. They've started to find a bit of rhythm in the last 5 minutes. A bit more comfortable on the ball, a bit more kind of, you can see kind of their idea, a bit more they're executing their passes a lot more comfortable. But again, that really strong midfield from Slovakia is really hampering them in those central areas. They're having to go wide with the likes of a Trossard and a Doku in the moments. You know, De Bruyne is picking up in the pockets every now and again, but not consistently. They have to use their movement, Belgium, and be smart with that. I mean, I don't think Romelu Lukaku's had very much involvement since the first few minutes up front for Belgium. He's been very isolated so far. At the moment, there, Slovakia sitting in a 4-5-1 there. That's lovely work from Trossard. Good movement by De Bruyne. Finds Lukaku. Good link up front here. But that's an awful pass by Trossard. Just when Belgium were starting to show a few good moves in between the lines. And a terrible pass by Leandro Trossard. Sending Oral Mangala down the river with that awful pass. And Mangala gives away the free kick, which gets him a yellow card. Really poor pass by Trossard. It was really good initial movement. I talked about how they needed to be smart with their movement, Belgium, in those moments when they are kind of compacted in the central area of Slovakia. And it was a really good twist and turn from Trossard. De Bruyne came wide, linking up with Lukaku, and they were starting to move into space, but the poor pass broke it all down completely. Kuška trying to play forward. Harris-Lint, now Kuchka in between the lines, and Belgium have bodies in the way, but still alive here with Lobotka. 1-2, interesting. That's good pressure from Lobotka, keeps the pressure on down the left-hand side. The cross comes in. Blocked that time by Timothy Kastanyan, out for a Slovakian throw. 30 minutes gone, and it's the men in white who lead through Ivan Schranz's goal in the first 7 minutes. There's not been too much going the other way for Slovakia to be worried about. It's practically that any of their own problems have got Belgium in, giving the ball away, their own mistakes, causing themselves problems. That's lovely work of football, and Boschnik could spin and turn to get the shot off. That time it was easily watched by Cohen Castells and got a simple enough catch on that one down on the ground. Good ball to find De Bruyne there as Slovakia were on the press. There was gaps in behind. Belgium find De Bruyne. Mangala. Now Carrasco. Again, they get themselves back into a structure, Slovakia, when Belgium do get in possession and try and push up the pitch. That bank of 4 and then a bank of 5, trying to close them out. Here's Carrasco though, wide on the left. Right footed cross into the box. Headed away nicely there by Vavro. Now Boschnik looking to hold it up. Again, beaten away from him by Fass. De Bruyne. To Onana now, Kevin De Bruyne. Feints it round the corner, finds Lukaku looking for the return ball. Again, the mistake in possession, and Trossard with a shot blocked. Vavro in the way that time again. But once again, as soon as Slovakia felt they dealt with it, they give it away again in that moment. And that's how Belgium were getting in, and are still getting in. Those slight mistakes, they cut those out, and Slovakia can really stifle Belgium. The structure seems strong and solid, and not very penetrable at this moment in time. Hansko, nice work down the line for Harrislin. Now Lobotka in the middle. Lays it off to Boschnik. Now Lobotka again. Switches it out to the right hand side. That's a lovely ball taken down by Schranz. Works to whip it in. It's too high in there. Cleared away by Castagna. Nicely recycled though, as Pekarik picks it back up. Good sustaining of possession there for Slovakia in the final third. Moving it well and smart enough to keep it moving and not panic. Patience and the composure in the final third is what is needed. So far Slovakia have shown exactly that. Belgium quite the contrast. That's a lovely ball by De Bruyne though. Good one by Doku. Here's the space now. Doku on the right, looking to drive in. Gets to the byline, looking for the chip ball across. And that one was well blocked in there by Hansko. He had his body on the line and denied Doku a chance at crossing and put it out for the Belgian corner. Although he took a firm whack with that ball by trying to defend it there, David Hansko slid really well and using his left boot. That's very strong defending. Will be a Belgium corner. Their first of the game for Belgium. And he's receiving treatment at the moment. David Hansko. But again, it was a really nice move by Belgium initially. Kevin De Bruyne, lovely ball. Feinted in behind. And there was a lot of space down the right hand side for Doku. And it was right for him to go himself. Probably the corner was the best he could get out of that position. But again, that moment where they did have the overload in the final third, Belgium, and they had the space to use their pace to get into the final third and into those areas in and around the Slovakian box. But so far, so good for Slovakia defensively, because they're putting bodies on the line. They're getting bodies back. They're trying to block and really kind of deny Belgium any space centrally in their area. And so far it's working, as it should do. 10 minutes of the first half to go. And after receiving a bit of treatment, David Hansko on the sidelines will be waiting to return. The moment they're playing with 10, Slovakia. All of them back in and around the box as De Bruyne whips the ball in, headed on and straight into the hands of Martin Dubravka from the Onana header. And not a particularly difficult one, straight down the throat of Martin Dubravka there. Decent header from Onana, sandwiched in between two Slovakian players. Either side of Dubravka, that header would have caused a problem, but he could only head it straight into the Slovakian keeper's hands. And interestingly enough, Slovakia have actually had more shots on target than Belgium in the game so far. That was only Belgium's second shot on target. Slovakia have had 3 out of their 4 shots on target so far. Vavro there trying to switch the ball out to Harislin, but that one just slightly overhit, out for the Belgian throw. They get to half time here, Slovakia leading. They will garner a lot of confidence heading into the second half. Could be even better though. They get the brick of the ball down the left again. A mistake by Belgium. Here's Duda. Hansko with a cross. That was well blocked there by Castagna. But again, Belgium mistake all of their own doing, giving and gifting the ball to Slovakia in the final third. And they've already proven that they can maintain it and sustain it. They give away another set piece, Belgium. Slovakia's second corner of the match. All the Belgian fans, the vast majority of the Belgian fans behind that goal, already seen their side concede once so far at this end. Andre Duda is over the corner, but the referee's just going to stop the game for the moment. Wants to have a conversation with a few players in the box between Milan Skriniar and Yannick Carrasco. Very quickly dealt with there. Corner will now be whipped in, right-footed in, swinging corner. Cleared away at the front post. Falls to De Bruyne, who can now try and conjure up a counter for Belgium. Doku played the ball into space, but none of his teammates were occupying that space and given away again. As Slovakia will win the throw. Good committed challenge there from Milan Skriniar, and got the better of Amadou Onana, sorry. Got the throw in. Seven minutes of the first half remaining. Belgium trailing by a goal to 0. One of the top 3 sides in the world, second in the world in Europe, or second in Europe in terms of rankings from FIFA. Only France are a better team in Europe according to FIFA rankings. Only Argentina and France in the whole world ranked higher than Belgium. But at the moment it's 48th place ranked Slovakia that have the lead. Slovakia in the mix of Romania, Greece, etc. in there. At the moment, they're looking the better of the two teams, Slovakia. Much more comfortable. The possession, 50-50 at the moment. Here's Andre Duda. Vavro down the line. Nice work from Pekarik. Lovely 1-2 between Schranz and Kushka there. And Kushka with a cross. Taken first time. And that's a lovely strike, but a really good save by Castells to parry it wide for the corner. Harislin with a lovely sweeping strike there. Lovely combination down the right hand side. I said how they were so comfortable with their combination, Slovakia, and that was another example of it. Down that side, Pekarik, really nice work down the line to Schranz. Schranz round the corner finds Kushka in behind, and Kushka breaks down the right hand side and whips a lovely ball in, and met beautifully by Lukas Harislin at the back post, edge of the box, and just struck it beautifully. Well saved by Castells. Slovakia get the corner. Harislin to deliver. Flicked on around the front post, and a bit of a scramble as Fass had to clear it away. And Carrasco, looking on the counter, is completely taken out there by Ivan Schranz. And Belgium will get the free kick, and a yellow card will go the way of the goal scorer, Ivan Schranz. What a crazy moment or two that was. A really threatening corner in the build up to all that action. Certainly had Wout Fass scrambling. Carrasco's ball forward, lovely ball in behind for Romelu Lukaku, 1-on-1. He's missed it. He's completely missed it. I think he wanted a corner, but it looked like there was no connection whatsoever from a Slovakian player. Say it again, what a ball by Yannick Carrasco. Fantastically weighted. Right over the top, played onside there, Lukaku, by Pekarik. And he just takes his time, 1-on-1 with the keeper, and he tries to take it round. That's the problem. He tries to take it round Martin Dubravka, and takes an awfully heavy touch, which sees it out of play. That's another big opportunity for the star man up front for Belgium. Gone a begging. Man who's very accustomed to putting the ball in the nets. 85 times he scored for his country. 115 previous appearances, but couldn't find the net. Hasn't been able to find the net on a couple of occasions so far this afternoon. Two and a half minutes of the first half remaining. Belgium can again probably blame their lack of clinical finishing that's let them down in this first half. It sees them remain behind. No discrediting Slovakia, but Belgium certainly have had ample opportunity to at least get one goal in this first half, but not able to find the net just yet. Wout Fass. Across to Zeno de Bast. Now De Bruyne. Across to Onana. Amadou Onana. On the spin was Doku. Very central here, Jeremy Doku. Playing in central midfield at the moment. I mean, that's not the position you want Jeremy Doku occupying. That's a lovely ball out wide by De Bruyne. And that was Trossard. Now Doku. Doku down the right, looking to cut it back, but lots of Slovakian bodies in there to clear it away. They're crowding that 18-yard box out fantastically at the moment. And just not allowing Belgium any sort of space to manoeuvre in and around the box. And that will be a free kick. Castagna, a bit of frustration there at giving away that free kick. It's really smart play by Slovakia as well. You know, to have the kind of initiative to know that if you don't have a pass on, try and buy a free kick. And they've done it a couple of times in this first half, where they've just waited for the challenge to come when they've been facing their own goal. And it's been really smart play. It's carried them through. It's broke the game up. It's kind of upset the rhythm of Belgium and not allowed them to sustain momentum on the ball. That's really kind of disgruntled Belgium so far in this first half. Onana on the way back here to Castells, who will spring it out to the left hand side, but Carrasco just eased out of the play there by Pekaric, but it was always flying out of the field of play, that ball from Cohen Castells, sorry. Yes, we will have 2 added minutes at the end of the first half here at the Frankfurt Arena. In obviously Frankfurt. And as it stands, could be 2 upsets. 2 of the teams that might have been pipped to finish in the bottom 2 of the group could be the top 2 by the end of match day 1. As it stands, that would be the case. We'll show you the table at half time. We'll show you also the other tables at the end of the day, when we will have 5 of our 6 groups completed for match day 1. Here come Belgium though. Here's Doku down the right hand side. Jeremy Doku tried to squeeze the shot, but the flag was going to go up in any case against Doku. He wanted the corner, but he must have been in an offside position when the ball was passed. It's quite fast. Long ball over the top, and it was... Ooh, I don't think either of them are offside there. It was Lukaku that had the first touch, but he was the highest man for Belgium, but I don't think he was offside. I think he was played on there by Milan Skriniar. I think the assistants might have got that one wrong, but again, you get your own luck. You make your own luck from a Slovakian point of view. Sometimes you have to get those decisions to go your way to help you out. As they come forward here, here's Bojnik looking for the pass in the middle. Blocked off. Will be a corner. Last action of the half, surely. Really, the Belgian defenders will be a lot more knackered at half time than the Slovakian ones, I would have to say. Slovakia have used kind of the herd mentality at defending, but Belgium, committing more bodies forward, have had to do more one-on-one battles. Corner, low across the front post, and again goes out off a deflection. Will be another corner. The referee will allow them to take it. He's using his... Very animated, the referee there, and explaining that decision. Taking the corner short. Nice return. Harislim with a cross into the back post, and a header there by Kuchka that was directed wide. Another opportunity. A decent opportunity that time. He was wide of the right post in any case there, Kuchka. And there's the half-time whistle. The Turkish referee calling to an end the first half, where, as it stands, Romania and Slovakia would be leading Group E. Ukraine shocked earlier this afternoon in Munich. Belgium at the moment might be on for a shock of their own. Half-time in Frankfurt, it's Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. Analysis on the way next. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Euro 2024 live here on LFS as we are watching our first game of the day, but the second game of the day in the competition, and the second Group E game of the day. Earlier this afternoon you would have watched Romania taking on Ukraine, and Romania probably causing one of the big shocks of the tournament so far. Nikolai Stanciu, Razvan Marin and Denis Dragush's goals, all securing a 3-0 victory for Romania against Ukraine. It's only Romania's second win in European Championship finals. Their only previous win coming 24 years ago in a Euro 2000 win over England. So a rarity for Romania, and we saw the emotions of their players with their fans inside the Allianz Arena in Munich earlier this afternoon. A great moment for those. But Ukraine and their manager, really, they didn't seem too worried about this result, but they should worry in the end. It's not great to start the tournament. It's not kind of the start that Ukraine would have wanted coming into this one, of course. All the outside talk, obviously it's their first European Championship since the invasion of their country by Russia in February of 2022. So all of that in the background, and the fact that the majority of those players haven't been able, the majority of Ukraine's, if not actually all of their qualifying campaign, find themselves playing their games in their home games in other countries, haven't played a single qualifying game on their home turf. And coming into this one, would have wanted to start well, but in the end, started in the worst way possible to a big defeat by Romania. And goal difference, we talk about it, could be a big factor in these groups. Come a very close group, and at the moment it looks like this might be a very close group. All four teams, it's the two teams on paper that were expected to go through. At the moment, as it stands, are the bottom two in the group in Ukraine and Belgium. As we were watching in Frankfurt, Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. At this moment in time, Ivan Schrantz's goal, the difference between the two teams at the break. And really, I can't say Belgium could complain from that first half. Despite their early kind of first few minutes of the game where they were on top, were the better side, I don't think they've really commanded the game very much in that first half. I think Slovakia had them at bay for quite a long time and looked quite comfortable in doing so. I mean, I talked about the Slovakian structure in that first half, about how they were going for a 4-5-1. They had Boznik on his own up front, and then kind of shielded that midfield with the two wingers, Harislin and Schrantz, dropping into a midfield 5 to really create a real bank of 5, and then the bank of 4 defenders behind them, creating really condensed areas where Belgium, we know what Belgium are wanting to do. They're wanting to play it really quickly in between the lines and use those central areas, especially with Kevin De Bruyne, their main man in the middle, trying to pull the strings in the Belgium attacks. But so far we haven't really seen that on a consistent basis in that first half, and that's actually credit to Slovakia and how they've defended Belgium. But it's actually, in terms of the stats and how we've looked at the game, Slovakia have had the more threatening chances, the more threatening attacks. I mean, they do have the lead, clearly shows that, but they've also had chances to extend their lead and do even better in the game. The goal all comes from a Belgium mistake. I mean, it's all of their own doing. A throw by Belgium into their own half, and a misjudged pass across their own 18-yard box. Fass is confused. It's well past him. It's not near Zeno de Bast either. Both in a bit of confusion. Can't get their feet in place. And really nice work in the final third from Slovakia. The first shot, well saved by Castells, but the follow-through, the follow-up, the rebound, bouncing down into the path of Ivan Schrantz, and he took the shot really well from the narrow angle, sliced into the far corner. Really beautiful finish, but again, Belgium could only blame themselves for that moment. They started the better of the two teams. They looked on a really good footing in the first 5 minutes or so, but we see, I'm just going to see it here. It's a strange pass across their own 18-yard box, and you're taught, you know, young footballers are taught never, ever pass a ball like that across your own 18-yard box if you're not certain you're going to get it to someone, because you're going to play yourself into trouble. Too far pass right fast. The Bass couldn't get there quick enough. The cutback found, I couldn't see who the striker, the player that took the strike was, struck against Castells, blocked, and it fell to Schrantz, who took the control. But it's not only Slovakia's best opportunities of the half. They've had a good chance with Harislin. I talked about how Slovakia looked really comfortable in their combinations. They knew exactly where the next pass was going to be in those pacey moments when they wanted to attack. And it was a really good move down the right-hand side. Pekarik linking up really nicely with Schranz, and then Kushka round the inside on that underlap, breaking down the right-hand flank and whipping a lovely cross in from the edge of the box. Cut back to Lucas Harislin, who had a lovely strike with his right foot. Well saved by Castells and put for the corner. You know, that's the moments where Slovakia have looked really comfortable on the ball, those pacey movements, getting the ball down the wings and then whipping it into the box for a good cross, and a really nice connection by Harislin, but let down. But I have to say, I talked about it in the first few moments before Slovakia scored, how Belgium could rue the chances they've missed early doors. Lukaku's had multiple opportunities in this first half. Multiple opportunities. I mean, we talk about the first one where he had a save made one-on-one, really good save by Martin Dubravka, but Lukaku stretching, just kicks it any which way, doesn't kind of measure it at all, just trying to flap a leg at it, try and get any sort of touch on it. The second one, really nice run in behind, tried to go round Dubravka, ends up overrunning it, having to play it to Trossard, and then Trossard flying over the bar. And then that last one before half-time for Lukaku, beautifully weighted ball by Carrasco. It's all you could ask for as a striker, is a ball like that. And Belgium have that in abundance in their team. Players that can play those really sweet balls over the top of a defence. And Carrasco kind of showed that himself. Really nice ball over the top. Lukaku made a really good run. Well-timed run in behind. Played onside. But again, tried to be too cute with it. One-on-one with Dubravka. Tried to take it round the keeper. Unnecessary. Just put the ball in the net. Tried to go round the keeper. Overstepped it. And it went out for a goal kick. But it's those moments. You know, composure in the final third is what's necessary. And the contrast here is Slovakia have had massive composure, really good composure in the final third in those moments where they've taken their shots. We look at, they've had more shots on target, or at least at one point in that first half they had more shots on target. They still have more shots on target than Belgium. Double, in fact. Slovakia 4 shots on target to Belgium's 2. So that shows their composure in the final third. When they're getting forward, they've only had 6 shots at Slovakia, and 4 out of those 6 shots have been on target. Harislin's one, the shot before the goal, and then there was another one that I don't remember. But they're very composed in the final third, and their strikes are really, really good. But they're given the space in those areas because when Belgium commit bodies forward, they're leaving their players or their defenders more isolated, more one-on-one. And when you're a top team, you're meant to be able to deal with that. But so far, Belgium haven't been able to deal with those one-on-one battles. And that's how I said they would be more. Their players would be more knackered at halftime, their defenders, because they've had to do more one-on-one defending. They've had to run about themselves. They'll be on their own. Slovakia have gone for this herd mentality type of defending, which is expected of them. It's no disrespect to them. If you have to play that way, you have to play that way. It's a good vision of defending with those 2 banks of the full 9 players, a bank of 4 and a bank of 5 in that defensive structure to stifle the opposition. But they're sharing out the kind of workload, those Slovakian defenders, whereas in contrast, Belgium a bit more one-on-one, which could hamper them a bit more going in towards the second half. But they're experienced players, those defenders. It's not like they're not used to these moments. All 4 defenders for Belgium should be able to deal with that. For the moment, they haven't been able to, and that's the problem at this moment in time. And that's why they find themselves behind. Missed chances and not doing well enough in their own final third. A mistake leads to a goal and has them behind at half-time. We're going to take a quick look just before we leave you for a quick break before the second half gets underway. Just show you quickly the table in Group E, so it's on the right-hand side of your screen. There, in the middle table there, on the right-hand side of your screen. Romania at the moment topping the group after their big win over Ukraine earlier with a better goal difference. Slovakia in second at the moment on 3 points as it stands with that 1 goal difference. Belgium in third and Ukraine in fourth. Now, you'd have told me that after playing 1.5 games and almost finished match day 1 in Group 3 or Group E, you would have told me Romania and Slovakia top 2. I wouldn't have believed you whatsoever, but that's the Euros for you. That's the greatness of international tournament football. You can never predict it. Right, so that's half-time. Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. Don't forget, though, a bit of a break from Euros talk for the moment. The Premier League next season, and the Premier League starts in August, and the fixtures will be released tomorrow. You can get all the details on the opening day, Boxing Day, New Year's Day, and the final day. All those fixture details, plus the full link to all of the 38-week fixtures for the 2024-25 season tomorrow on LFS. Right, second half from Frankfurt on the way very shortly. Do stay with us. Welcome back to Euro 2024 Live. Don't forget, another game to come for you today here on LFS. We finished the day, Group Day 4, our second game of the afternoon, in Group D as Austria take on France at 8 o'clock tonight. The number 2 team in the world taking on Ralf Rangnick's Austria tonight, 8 o'clock here on LFS. Looking forward to that one. One of the favourites to win the competition in action a bit later on. Right, second half about to get underway in a moment or two here in Frankfurt in Belgium. A lot of work to do in the second half. Don't forget to like, subscribe and turn on post notifications if you haven't done so already. Greatly appreciated everyone joining us here on our Euros coverage, and we'll be having some guests popping in and out, some maybe guest commentators and some guests as well joining us over the next few weeks, so you'll not want to miss a single thing. Like, subscribe and turn on post notifications, plus also follow us on socials as well. You saw the trail at half time there. Join us on X, Instagram and TikTok. All the links and the handles you need are on in the video description at this moment in time, so head a follow over there. You don't want to miss a single thing. Right, it'd be interesting to see how Belgium deal with this in the second half, and what they do to try and change up, because at the moment they haven't been fluid enough. They haven't kind of worked as a team well enough, consistently enough in that first half, and that's what needs to change for them if they're going to try and win this game and get off to a winning start at the Euros. Slovakia in a bit of Cloud9 moment at the moment, but their head coach Francisco Calzona will not get too excited at half-time. It's only one goal, and there's still a whole half of football to come as we get back underway here in the Frankfurt arena. There's a long, long way to go if Slovakia want to see out this one-goal victory, one-goal lead to create a victory here this afternoon. There's still a long way to go. And also, not only are the 11 on the pitch for Belgium well capable, the bench is very strong as well. You just look down the list of that bench and you kind of are in awe at some of the names that are on there in world football that have played at the top level and have a lot of quality themselves. Never mind the starting 11. That's lovely. A turn by Lobotka. Tried to find Boschnik, but closed down, and now De Bruyne can get Doku forward. Here's Jeremy Doku off the left this time. Seen round the corner, back to De Bruyne, edge of the box. Hasn't got the space to shoot. We'll play it through to Doku again, but a heavy touch by Jeremy Doku allowed Pekarik to get the ball away. Goes all the way back to Zeno de Bas there in defence for Belgium. Again, with an early moment there for De Bruyne and Doku. It looks like Doku's occupying the left and Trossard on the right, so they've swapped their wingers, Belgium. That's Lukaku trying to make a physical presence of himself, but Denis Vavro did well there. Got it back to his keeper, who clears. And now the mistake in midfield here from Belgium allows Slovakia to come forward with Duda, sorry. Down the left-hand side, here's Harislin. Trucks inside, right-footed! And that one's wide, but that was a good effort by Lucas Harislin. I think the flag might be up for offside. But why not drag inside and take the shot? Took a deflection. Good curl on the ball there from Harislin. He's already had a good shot in the game. That was saved by Castells. That one was deflected, but he was offside in any case. And again, another glimpse of what Slovakia can offer in the final third. Doku again, out-muscled, but does really well to keep the possession and spin it back to Castagna. We'll look to build. Onana, well marshalled. Trossard, back it comes to Fass. Slovakia certainly not giving Belgian players a lot of time on the ball. Pressing really nicely. Oh, that's a lovely spin and turn by Doku, and Carrasco makes the run down the left. Well stopped there by Denis Vavro. Carrasco blocked off. Pekarik was dragged in to follow kind of Doku forward and ended up leaving that gap in behind for Yannick Carrasco to try and exploit down that left-hand side. Looks like Slovakia going man for man at the moment on those occasions. It's the kind of system where you would find yourself exploited with if your fullback does want to commit and press the winger. It really seems to be trying to get on the toes of Doku there, Pekarik. Well, he tracked back there as he knew Carrasco was trying to make the overlap. All the way back here with De Bast. Onana. Zeno De Bast. Back to Carrasco now. Ball forward to find Lukaku, who is giving away the free kick here, Romelu Lukaku. Referee giving the free kick to Denis Vavro. Both having a grip of each other, but yeah, it looked like Romelu Lukaku had a full grasp of the front of Denis Vavro's shirt and was literally hauling him away. It's like a puppet there, Vavro, under the spell of Lukaku. Did get the free kick. Hanchko down the left-hand side. That's a decent ball in behind, but just went out of play before that, though. Again, Harislin, that threat down the left for Slovakia. Fass. Cross to De Bast. Carrasco trying to send Jeremy Doku on his bike, but he hadn't got on the saddle yet there, Doku, and he's not chasing that one. 5 gone in the second half. Pretty even so far. Neither side dominant. Again, Belgium overplaying the ball, but Trossard got away with that, although it's a mistake by Fass. And Harislin can try and carry it forward, but ended up on the floor. Couldn't keep the pressure on. It's Fass again, a bit hesitant in his defending. Has to really get that under control. And they get the throw in here, Slovakia. This is, again, really kind of lackluster from Belgium defensively. I mean, Fight Fast made 2 mistakes in the matter of 30 seconds there. Just very hesitant in his defending. David Hanchko to take the throw. Linking up with Harislin. It's good work from Duda on the left-hand side, and wins another throw-in. Andre Duda for Slovakia. Off Castagna that time. Skriniar. To Vavro, who will strike from distance. And that one was sneaking. And it had Castells worried, but it just went narrowly wide of the left post. He saw the space open up, Dennis Vavro, and thought, why not hit it? And it's not too far away. It's a pile driver of an effort. Almost Steven Gerrard-esque, that type of strike. Just not the accuracy on that one in the end. Not a bad effort. And again, more signs of the kind of versatility in Slovakia's attacking play. Something that we certainly haven't seen from Belgium so far. They get the throw in down the left. Carrasco to Doku. Doku getting the throw. Fass. Look for the long ball forward. Trossard on the run. Down that right hand side. Has the bounce. Takes the touch. Gives away the throw in. Trossard. He's complaining, but he did have the last touch of the ball. Really well spotted by the assistant. Again, it's that type of moment. It's those little jewels that Slovakia just getting the better of. That's a really beautifully timed challenge by David Hansko. He gets that wrong. He gives away a free kick and gets a yellow card, but he timed it to perfection and hit it off Trossard and went out and won a side of throw. Really good play. Oh, almost a bit of a worrying moment there for Kushka, but did get away with it. Harrislin, lovely diagonal run. Look at the bodies flying forward. Here's Lobotka. On the left-hand side is Duda. Got a few in the box, but was one across at that time. The intricate play's nice. Kushka around the corner. The overlap was incoming from Pekarik, but not a great pass there by Kushka, and it went running through for a Belgium goal kick. Sorry. We're getting scenes of those Slovakian fans happy, and are quite subdued Belgian fans at the moment. So a stark contrast in the two sets of fans inside the Frankfurt arena at this moment in time. Here's Doku. Pekarik tracking them all the way into midfield. And now Doku's got the pace to break forward. A mismatch that. Here's De Bruyne round the corner, trying to find Trossard. Siding challenge by Milan Skriniar to put it out for the throw. That was a definite mismatch between Pekarik and Doku. He drags him into midfield as Doku, and he just leaves him for dead, using his pace to burst forward, and Pekarik in no man's land in that moment. Nowhere near his man. Trying to stop him. De Bruyne. Pass took a bit of deflection. Found its way to Lukaku. Laid it off to Trossard. Now back to Lukaku, whose shot is steered wide by Martin Dubravka. Good save by the Slovakian keeper. But again, better from Belgium through the middle. In between the lines from De Bruyne there. Picked up that pocket of space and found the ball through. Trossard, deep cross the back post. Set it on and in. It's followed in by Lukaku. Onana had the header. Don't know which one's claiming it, which one got it, but Belgium have a goal. And they're back on level terms. It looked like Lukaku had followed it in. Whether it crossed the line before that, we'll find out. Lovely cross by Trossard. Came from the short corner from De Bruyne. And Onana. Oh, there might be an offside call here. Whether Lukaku's ahead of the ball. I don't think he is. But he did slide it in. So it will be Lukaku's goal. If it stands, but there might be a VAR check. There's going to be a substitution incoming. But VAR are having a look at this. Whether Lukaku was ahead of the ball before Onana headed it on. And he wasn't. Oh. It's no goal. Lukaku was ahead of the ball. Goal disallowed. Confusion from the referee there. His hand movements were a bit confusing. It's really well worked by Belgium, but he's just ahead of the ball, Lukaku. How frustrating that is for Belgium. No goal. And it is still Slovakia who lead. And that VAR check, pretty swift. And well dealt with. And it looked like he might have been offside. I saw the first instance, I saw the first replay, and I thought he could be offside here. And the confirmation that the VAR were checking it, and they've quickly ruled out the goal. So it's still Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. And in that moment, Belgium did make a change. Orel Mangala has come off, and Bakayoko has come on in his place. Johan Bakayoko. So it looks like, from what I can see, Bakayoko's on the right, Doku off the left, Lukaku through the middle, and in the 10 role will be Trossard, and De Bruyne has joined Onana in a more defensive role, trying to pull the strings from the 6 in a double pivot. That could be the way forward for Belgium. And these last 32 minutes were a moment of kind of joy for Belgium, quickly curtailed, and it turned into a celebration for those Slovakian fans. Lovely turn from Lukaku, and Trossard had the shot saved again, and he's given away a free kick here from the rebound. Good save by Martin Dubravka. Again, lovely work. De Bruyne fed it through to Lukaku, laid it off beautifully with a flick to Trossard on a right-footed strike. Dubravka got down well to his left-hand side and made the save, and then the rebound. The Trossard trying to battle for the ball and ended up committing the foul on Harris Slint, which got Slovakia the free kick. But Lukaku certainly much more involved in this second half than he was in the first. Really struggled. He had a couple of opportunities, but he wasn't massively involved in the build-up play in that first half. This second half, a lot more involved in that approach play. Much more technical involvement for Lukaku. And there is a very good switch from Belgium. They are finding those spaces in the central areas now and are getting De Bruyne on the ball more, who can string those passes together and kind of put them on a sixpence for any of those players in there. But the sooner the Belgium get a goal, the better, obviously, for them. Of course. But the longer it takes, the more confident that the Slovakian players will get and be. The last thing you want, though, is to hand all the control of the game to Belgium, despite being ahead. Lukaku, lovely work, finds Trossard now. To the left is Doku. Bodies in the box here. Crowded out again. De Bruyne now. Back to Doku on the left. Trying to tick on his man. Squared across. And good right foot there from Dennis Favreau. Put it behind for the corner. Another threatening move by Belgium. And they're certainly knocking on the door. Corner chicken quickly. De Bruyne. Ball in by Trossard. The follow-up blocked. And now a counter could be on here for Slovakia. Boschnik trying to sustain the possession, but crowded out there. It was a short pass by, I think, Lobotka there, just underhit it to try and get the counter going. And now Belgium back in control. De Bruyne with the ball in. Lukaku gets the better of the header and shoots just off the side netting and wide. Again, that lovely ball by De Bruyne, and Lukaku patient. The header, not really necessary. They just kind of panicked there, the Slovakian players. Just see the the call of offside for the goal. It's so close. His right shoulder is offside, Lukaku. It is that close. That's the difference. A tight offside call, denying Belgium an equalizer. But Slovakia playing out from the back, giving the ball away again. Doku bursting through. Doku with the ball across. Saved by Dubravka off the line from Bakayoko. Dubravka made the save initially high, and then it went off the line, and there's a player down in his own net here for Slovakia. Trying to see who it is. I think he's conscious, but the physios are right on instantly here. He's in his own net. This looks not a great moment here for David Hansko. He's receiving treatment as we speak, but again, really good move by Belgium. Slovakia playing out from the back, and they get dispossessed again. And Doku, we saw him bursting with pace in that first half, and he uses it off the left this time. Really good to get past Pekarik down that left-hand side, got to the byline, cut it back across, and Dubravka tried to cut it out at source, tried to parry it away, parried it into the path of Bakayoko, who took the strike with his left boot, and then it was Hansko that cleared it off the line. He ended up colliding with his own player, Favreau, in there. And he is back to his feet, which is great to see for David Hansko. But that is what they do. Committed defending from David Hansko, putting his body on the line, and in the process injuring himself to make sure that his side keep that clean sheet that they so desperately would love to have against Belgium, and that keeps them ahead. Committed as they play with 10 for the moment, Slovakia. As Hansko waiting to see whether he'll come back on or not. I do believe he will. Belgium give them a bit of time to deal with that because they just put the ball out for a goal kick. They are more consistent with their attacks, Belgium, in this second half, but still need to find that goal. Bakayoko certainly has come the closest. I mean, Lukaku had it in the net, that was offside, but in terms of really good opportunities, that's fantastic defending by David Hansko, and he collided his head right into the left knee of Dennis Favreau there. That would have been some whack. There's another player down here. The referee's just going to pause the play once more. Let's see who that is. It's Harrislin that's down. Just have to see the replay. Didn't see what happened there. And looks like he's holding his ankle there, Harrislin. And we have another stoppage. The fourth official is having a chat with one of the head coaches there on the sidelines. Yeah, it's just a collision with Castagna. He uses his right arm to kind of shove Harrislin out of the way while they were both going for the ball. It's one of those ones that's innocuous, really. And De Bruyne went down there. He was in a challenge. Got a bit more physical last few minutes. Couple of challenges that might rile up the opponent. 25 minutes to go. Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. Ivan Schranz's goal, the difference. That could give Slovakia a priceless 3 points against group favourites Belgium. Third in the world, Belgium. Second in Europe, Belgium. Trailing in their opening group game of Euro 2024 with 25 minutes to go. And they don't want to stop here as Bojnik tried to play it forward but miscued that one. Intercepted by De Bast. Here's Doku. Could come down to substitutions that could make the difference. One of them already nearly did. Here's De Bruyne around the corner. Here's Bakayoko. Back to Kevin De Bruyne. Looked to swipe it with his right, but blocked Kept alive by Fass. De Baas now. Better from Belgium. Good pressure. Onana. Sustaining the possession in the Slovakian half. All their players but their goalkeeper in that area of the pitch at the moment. Onana. De Bruyne. Now Bakayoko. Well, ever since De Bruyne has dropped a bit deeper, not much, but a slight bit deeper, he's found those passes a lot more consistently. They've been able to get him on the ball a lot more consistently. Although Slovakia committed, trying to win it back, and thought that was a fair challenge, but the referee didn't agree. The Turkish referee, and it's given the foul here on Amadou Onana. Looked like Duda won the ball. I don't think that's a foul. I think it's a fair challenge. Cleanly got the ball there. There's a bit of contact afterwards, but that's not a foul by Andre Duda, and I'm sure he'll feel harshly done by. The Slovakian head coach making his thoughts known to the fourth official there, Francisco Calzona. I love to see a frustrated manager going off at the fourth official, and he has good reason. I don't think it was a foul, but nonetheless, Belgium get the free kick, which De Bruyne will take. Right-footed into the box it comes. Headed away. Well, strongly defended by Slovakia once more. And they push out and look to keep the press on Belgium there. Both head coaches on the sidelines animating to make sure their sides can get through this. Coach them through it. Slovakia do well there. Skriniar with a nice ball forward. Boznik is in a bit of a scuffle there with the Baas, and he went down. The referee not giving a foul. And then Belgium trying to switch it out to Doku. Overhit that one. Throw in to Slovakia. But again, another strange one where I think Boznik was fouled there, Robert Boznik, and the referee didn't give anything. While the ball is out of play, Slovakia are going to make a double change, and it will be Boznik's last involvement. He's going to make way, and on in his place will be David Strelec. So Strelec on for Boznik. Boznik, who hasn't had major involvement in the game so far. He's had one of the shots on target, had a shot blocked, over 27 touches. Been isolated at times up front for Slovakia, but any good attacking football they've played, Slovakia, he's been involved. And he's been in and around those areas, helping out. Good display. And then the second substitution is going to be Harrislin, who's been very heavily involved himself. A couple of good shots. He's going to be replaced on the pitch by Thomas Suslov. So David Strelec and Thomas Suslov replacing Robert Boznik and Lucas Harrislin. And instantly involved. Here is Suslov trying to cut it back. Belgium intercepting. Good challenge there by Pekarik. And again, De Bruyne breaking that one up. Again, nicely won back in the middle. Kuchka. Right to the right. To Kuchka. Slovakia still comfortable in going forward. Not too nervous about that at the moment. That's lovely interchange from Duda. Down the line it goes. Suslov the targets. Fast the battler. Fast does well against with Castagna there. Slovakia really committed here to trying to win the ball back, and Fast just got out of a bit of trouble there. Almost played himself into problems. 20 to go. Slovakia still lead and are pushing for more. So far in the second half, Belgium have dominated the ball 74% compared to only 52% in the first half. So they've dominated the ball a lot more. And they've had the same amount of shots already in the second half than they did in the first half. More shots on target Slovakia quite contrast to that. Only 2 shots in the second half, Slovakia. None on target. So their attack has really fizzled out at this moment. More defending than attacking being done from Slovakia's point of view in the second half, although they've given a ball away. Unforced here. Bakayoko, Lukaku, they're all crowding through, but too many cooks spoil the broth, and Belgium get in their own way there. Too many trying to take the strike, and they all get muddled up in one area. Very resilient, the Slovakian defence. Here's De Bruyne. Ball in behind. Too far ahead of Trossard there. That will roll through to Dubravka. Well, Belgium beat their main Group F rivals, Austria 3-2 in October to confirm their place here at the Euros. In their first campaign under Domenico Tedesco. They finished top of their group on 20 points, one above Austria. They've been quarter-finalists in the last 2 European Championships, losing 3-1 to Wales in the last 8 in 2016, and went out 2-1 against eventual champions Italy at Euro 2020. Of course, Roberto Martinez, the manager then, had won their previous 4 games in the latter tournament, finishing top of Group B ahead of Denmark, Finland and Russia, for eliminating holders Portugal 1-0 in the round of 16. Belgium caused a bit of a stir in Euro 2020 and were one of the top teams, one of the best performing teams at Euro 2020. Their best performance in a Euros, Belgium, came in 1980 when they reached the final before losing 2-1 to West Germany. They would love a final appearance once again, but at the moment they're not getting their campaign off to a good start. It's not been a fluid, consistent performance all the way through. That's a foul in the middle there, committed by Zeno de Bast. And it was Kuchka that was the one fouled. Well, it is Slovakia's 3rd successive Euros finals. They made their debut as a separate country at Euro 2016. They beat Germany 3-0. They were beaten 3-0 by Germany in the round of 16 in France 8 years ago. They failed to progress beyond the group stage at the last edition of the Euros. They defeated Poland 2-1 in their first fixture, lost to Sweden and Spain to finish 3rd in Group E. In that occasion, finishing behind Spain and Sweden that time rounds. Maybe, just maybe, they're seeing the same fate of winning their first game at the of the group. Still another 15 minutes to go where Belgium can have their say in changing that possible outcome. Here's Wout Castagna. Bakayoko. Back to Wout. In terms of qualifying for Slovakia, they were taken over, replacing Stefan Tarkovic, Francisco Calzona in August 2022 as head coach. And they reached this competition as Group J runners-up in qualification. 22 points, 8 behind Portugal, who won every game in their qualifying. Portugal. And they sealed their place in the finals with a 4-2 home victory against Iceland in their penultimate fixture of the qualifying. Slovakia. The foul there. Suslov. Fouled by Yuri Tielemans, who has just come on in the last few moments. Just to confirm that for you, literally in the last moment. As a cross into the box, flicked on and flicked behind for a corner. Strelec was the man that was in the middle that got the flick, and Schranz was the man putting the cross in. Looking for the back flick, and it just came bouncing off Wout and out for the corner. Very close again from Slovakia there. Finding their substitutes. And they're making an impact at the moment. Corner for Slovakia. Their first of the second half. Can they make it count? Suslov to lift it in. Left-footed. All the way through and not cleared fully by Belgium. Recycled. Brought down by Suslov. On the right-hand side. De Bruyne tracking back. Suslov's cross comes in. All the way through. Will come out the other end. Taken down by Vavro. Whipped in by Duda, that time, and headed away. They're still threatening here, Slovakia, for maybe another goal. A second goal would surely put the game to bed, but at 1-0, Belgium still have a very, very good chance. But the way Slovakia are playing at the moment, looks like Belgium might have had their opportunities already in this second half. They had a very dominant 20 minutes or so, but couldn't break the deadlock or breach the Slovakian defence in that time. Vavro. Pekarik now, round the corner, nice work, finds Schranz. Pekarik continuing his run. Schranz chops back, finds it into space. Here's Kuchka! Had the shot, didn't tick it right there. Juraj Kuchka. And it does go well wide, but again, really smart play down that right-hand side again. Those three, Pekarik, Schranz and Kuchka, have combined well right throughout the game. They had a very good combination there, just lacked the finish. Fast. The clock is not in Belgium's favour. Here's Lukaku. He's already had multiple opportunities. Had the ball in the net once this afternoon, but flagged offside. Here he is, Lukaku, wide on the right. Playing it forward. Castagne made the run on the underlap, and again well defended by Skriniar and Hansko there to clear it away for the throw. Castagne. De Bruyne forcing one in, but again cleared away. This resilience and resolute Slovakian defence looks impenetrable at the moment. Here's Castagne. De Bruyne. Swerving his way through. Finds Bakayoko. Lays it off to Onana. Through to Lukaku on the edge of the box. Back to Bakayoko. Trying to break away through, and the shots. Takes a deflection. It will be a Belgian corner. And there's going to be a stoppage at the moment. Onana. There was one or two players down, and the referee was playing advantage there. It was Schranz was one of them. There was a Belgian player down. I think it might have been Onana in the process. So it will be a corner now to Belgium. De Bruyne to take. Their last corner ended with the ball in the net. Can they follow suit? Keep this one onside. De Bruyne with a cross in, headed on and headed wide by Amadou Onana, as he did earlier. Had a good chance. Headed wide, and that's the exact same. So another chance gone a-begging for Belgium. It's their 14th shot of the game. That one from Onana there. 5 of them on target. None of them finding the back of the net. 10 to go. And the difference is Ivan Schranz's goal from the narrow angle in the first half. A Belgian mistake at the back. And it was well latched upon by the Slovakian attack. And a composed and calm finish by Ivan Schranz, who's just been replaced. And he's made a very good impact and could have his side on course for 3 points here. As David Durish is on in his place. So completely changed front three for Slovakia. From the three that started the game, Harishkin, Boschnik and Schranz all taken off. Substitutions there obviously. Suslov, Strelak and now Durish. Here's De Bast for Belgium. Going for the long one, trying to find the run of Doku on the left, and Peter Pekarik, experienced man, hoofs it out of play for a throw. He watched it all the way and cleared up comfortably there. Nana. And it's sprayed out to the right hand side, but too optimistic that one. Intercepted by Hansko. And now Suslov can try and get Slovakia forward. Carried out to the left hand side. Here's Hansko. Duda picking it up. And the touch off Bakayoko will get Slovakia the corner. Had to track back there. Bakayoko. And it was a necessary challenge because Duda was in a good position at the byline. And another good chance could be incoming from the set piece here for Slovakia. Suslov to take. Left hand side. It'll be an out swinging corner with the left foot. Fizzed across and away by Wout Faes in the middle there for Belgium. Recycled back round the corner. Suslov again. Running at the defence now. Bakayoko involved. Suslov can get the cross in, but well stopped in there by Castagna. As Bakayoko tries to get Belgium forward. They'll get the free kick though, as he was fouled after he played the pass off. They'll try and find De Bruyne. And they're going to make a double change here, Belgium, late on. So Jeremy Doku's going to make way. And Yannick Carrasco as well. So Doku and Carrasco both going to make way. And they're going to be replaced by Luis Openda and Dori Lukabakio. So Luis Openda and Dori Lukabakio, the substitutes, replacing Jeremy Doku and Yannick Carrasco for Belgium. Some fresh legs to their attack to try and change things late on. Try and change this scoreline for the better for the Red Devils. You're certainly not on fire at the moment. Ball down the right hand side. Here's a first chance for Openda to get involved. And again throwing bodies in the way, and there will be a free kick here for Slovakia, and a yellow card coming out here for Dori Lukabakio. He's only on the pitch about 20 seconds. He's already been booked by the referee. Yeah, he stood on David Hansko's foot there, trying to reach for the ball. It's a poor challenge. There's Belgian fans looking on in dismay and despair at their side, trailing by a 1-0 at the moment. And it's the noise in this stadium almost exclusively coming from the side with those fans in white and blue. Those Slovakian fans watching their side that could be one of their most historic results in recent times, if not in their history, against one of the best sides ranked in the world and in Europe. Belgium could be drawing a blank here in Frankfurt, and that could gift Slovakia an opening game win that could be priceless and possibly getting to the knockout stages. Castagna cuts it back. I have to say, one of the changes for Belgium really hasn't worked. Trossard was adding that kind of dynamic change to the number 10 role that they didn't have before, as they've got the ball back into the box. What a strike by Lukaku! Well worked down the left hand side. Openda with a cross, Lukaku with a strike, and Belgium back on level terms. And this goal will not be ruled out for offside. 4 minutes to go, and Belgium could have one of the best rescue missions ever seen. There's more than enough time for a possible winner now. Came from nothing, straight down the left-hand side. Lovely ball, good battling by Openda. Got past his man. Cut back beautifully into the right position. Perfectly onto the left foot of Lukaku, who struck through it beautifully. No stopping that one, Martin Dubravka. Although what they're checking now, VAR having a look at this, as they do with every goal. Lukaku's already had one ruled out so far. Maybe a possible handball in the build-up. Could be the reason. And VAR are still looking at this. This will be some turn for the books, this. Lukaku's... I don't know what he's arguing. Certainly not happy with this delay. Openda looks a bit coy here. Look like it might be him. There's nothing there. Oh. Oh. It hits his hand. It hits Openda's hand, and the referee, I think he's going to go to the screen here. So referee Halil Umut Meller, the Turkishman, will go to the screen. VAR looking for a review. And it looks like it comes off the right hand of Openda here. This could be ruled out. The referee just chatting with the VAR at the moment. And they have this sort of technology. It's like a heart monitor technology in the corner to see if there's like a vibration off the ball. And there's a clear vibration mark. And the referee comes from the screen, does the symbol. The goal is ruled out. For the second time today, Belgium have had a goal ruled out. And Slovakia have only scored one goal, but they've celebrated 3 times in this game. Lukaku, it's just not his day. 2 of his goals have been ruled out. 1 for offside and 1 for a handball in the build-up. You just couldn't write this script, could you? Wow. It does come off the right hand of Openda, and it does help him control the ball. And there's no arguing, it was handball. But how disheartening, how horrible is this for those Belgian fans who have been teased twice this afternoon, and both times the goal has been ruled out. Both correctly, in my opinion. But my goodness me, when it's just not your day, it's just not your day. That seems to be the case at the moment for Belgium. Wow. Wow. Just wow. That's all you can really say to this. Nuts. But they haven't given up yet, Belgium. There's still time to get a goal. And maybe third time lucky for them. We'll get the corner here. And there will be 7 added minutes. Probably the longest amount of added time we've seen in the competition so far. More than enough time for at least 1 goal. And they've got a corner here, Belgium. Lukabakio to tick. Right hand side. Left footed delivery into the box. Back post it comes. Strong hand by Dubravka. Still not away. Here's De Bruyne. Brings it down on the left. Whips the cross in. De Bruyne. Fast up for the header. Brought down by Bakayoko, who strikes well wide. Goal kick Slovakia. Wow. Hearts in minds moments in this game. Despite only having 1 goal, it's been very entertaining. And could have one of the upsets of the tournament so far oncoming. And Slovakia wanting to make a change. They're looking to get Adam Obert onto the pitch. And there's another Yeah, Adam Aubert there down the sidelines. They're not going to bring him on just yet. And those Belgian subs, Openda and Lukebakio, have caused problems since coming on. But you can't legislate for things such as a touch of a handball in the build-up. Here's Lukaku, Openda chasing. Good work from Martin Dubravka to track it all the way and grab it. Strong goalkeeping. Nice idea by Lukaku there. Lovely weighted ball by to Openda. Again, that run in behind causing problems. He was onside there, Lukaku. Nice threaded through ball, and Lukaku getting on the end of it and trying to squeeze it in between the lines. Lovely weighted ball, but Openda just couldn't reach it. Well tracked by Dubravka in the Slovakian goal. Castells knocks it long. Less than 5 of the 7 minutes to go here in Frankfurt, and Slovakia could be on for a historic victory despite conceding, well, overall no goals, but Belgium had the ball back in the back of the net twice. Here comes Openda down the left, looking to fizz it into the box. Lots of bodies on running. Here's De Bruyne trying to sneak it in, but well gathered by Martin Dubravka to deny him. And the Belgian captain looks on in frustration. Again, seems to be Slovakia committing more bodies forward at the minute. Really finding those spaces, Belgium, in the final third. A lot more than they have done. Going to be a bit of cramp here. Whether that's genuine or not, we'll never know. But it looks to be Andre Duda that's the one down. Looks like he's going to come off at the moment. But I'm just saying this here. I mean, Belgium have 5 committed bodies forward, but Slovakia only had 4 in their own box in that moment. It looks like they're committing more bodies forward than they were earlier in the game. I think if they want to see out this victory and not concede these opportunities, they need to get more bodies back and quicker from those moments. They'll have 3 minutes or so to go, and they've just made that change. So Duda is the one that's come off. Andre Duda, and on in his place is Adam Aubert. Sorry. Duda just told to go down the side. It's already off the pitch. As Dubravka will gather the ball once again. Well, there we are. Moments away. As I said, these two teams, whether it be Belgium and Slovakia or Belgium and Czechoslovakia, have met 13 times over the years. Belgium have won 4 times, Slovakia have won 5 times, and there have been 4 draws between the teams. Slovakia have the better record than Belgium and have scored more goals than Belgium in those meetings as well. Belgium 17 goals, Slovakia 23 goals. Make that 24, it seems. It doesn't seem Belgium at the moment will be adding to their 17 goals they've scored against Slovakia. It looks like they might fall to a 6th defeat in 14 meetings as it stands with 2 minutes to go. That ball by Tielemans flung forward, but no one but Martin Dubravka is anywhere near it, and it will run all the way through for a goal kick. And Group E could be the big shocker of the tournament. We always say there's a big side that don't go through in these tournaments. I'm not saying Belgium could be that, but Romania and Slovakia could be off to the perfect start, and the 2 sides that were pipped to be fodder in this group in terms of easy kind of teams to play against, easy opposition for Ukraine and Belgium, are turning out to be quite the opposite of that. Pretty stubborn and very well suited sides. 1 of the 7 out of minutes to go, although Lukaku's brought it down in the box here. And they're trying to get bodies back now, Slovakia, to get the ball away. They can't really get it clear, they're just throwing legs at it. That's a bit of fatigue setting in, but they're trying to get the ball forward. Strelec does really well, and they're on the counter here. They've got the advantage. Here's Suslov. This would really do the business. Suslov just run out of room. Well tracked back there by Onana. And wins the ball back for Belgium. That was a great moment for Slovakia there. And it got very stretched, and Slovakia had the man advantage on the counter. And they've got all their bodies back in their own half now, trying to close down those spaces as Belgium again forced into those long balls. And that one well over any of their teammates in there, and it's cleared all the way through for a goal kick. 7 minutes are up. It's up to the referee now how long we will play after this. Get ready for the roar. Like, subscribe, turn on post notifications if you don't want to miss anything from Euro 2024. And we've got Austria-France to come up in about an hour's time. You'll not want to miss that one. Long kick by Dubravka. As far away from his goal as possible. And Strelec tries to head it forward. All the way back to Fass. Is there one last chance for Belgium? Pinged forward by Castagna. Flicked on in the middle, but Slovakia again. Tough customers. Closing down those chances, and they'll have the ball themselves and maybe a chance to attack themselves. Suslov. Just holding the ball up here, Slovakia. And time is up. Slovakia have completed a wonderful victory. A historic victory it could be over the team ranked third in the world. One of the best ranked teams in Europe have fallen to Slovakian hard work, desire, fight. They got a bit of luck on the way through, having 2 Belgium goals disallowed, both correctly so. But we've already seen a bit of a shock earlier this afternoon with Romania beating Ukraine, but this one pips the bunch. Belgium beaten by Slovakia. Ivan Schrantz's goal separating the two sides, and Slovakia, who haven't got to the knockout stages since 2000, would certainly love to get to the knockout stages this time round. Their third successive appearance in a European Championships has got off to a fantastic start. Final score in Frankfurt: Belgium 0, Slovakia 1. There we are. Confirmation of that then. There's the 2 score lines from today's games. And let's have a look at Group E at the moment then. This is where we stand in Group E after 1 game apiece. And it's Romania that lead the way in Group E after their big win over Ukraine earlier this afternoon. 3-0 win has them ahead with a +3 goal difference. Slovakia in second with their victory over Belgium. And Belgium third with a better goal difference than Ukraine, but both sides beaten on match day 1. Certainly a turn up for the books in Group E. And maybe the underdogs coming through and could put the cat amongst the pigeons in that group. One more group to be played. When we have one group to complete as well tonight, we will watch Austria-France to come after the Netherlands beating Poland by a narrow 2-1 scoreline earlier this week. We will watch France and Austria take off in about an hour's time. And then tomorrow we will have 2 games for you. Georgia will be taking on Portugal. Portugal against Czechia and Georgia-Turkey tomorrow for you in Group F. But as I said, up next for you this evening, we do finish with a Group D tie. France, one of the favourites for the tournament, against Austria. Ralf Rangnick's Austria, who've performed pretty well and got some pretty big scalpings under his management. Can they get another one tonight and get a full completion of possible upsets on day 4? We'll be there in about an hour's time. Do join us then. For now, see you shortly.